Okay, so we're back for more Late Granddaughter Lostbelt 7. Happy New Year's. Today is January 1st, 2025. Hope everyone's having a good time in the holiday break and spending time with your family for that. I had a good time and just relaxing in the holiday break. Yeah. Hopefully that 2025 will be in much better shape and something greater in the future for that. Anyway, the part 2 section, as I watched the fake granddaughter diary video or something like that, they have confirmed the announcement for part 2 section will be releasing in mid-January. So around 2nd or 3rd week of January for releasing that. Because I believe, okay, so 2 more of the section, and then that will be put on hold for the 11th part. Anyway, I believe we have the corrupted Benny Emma. That is a second out of 4th or 5th servant summon in this Lostbelt. Yeah. Anyway, section 9 or act 9, the Lost City of Water. Oh. Okay. Let me check. I guess Morgan? Yeah, I guess I'll go with that one. And then, that one. And also, we have a new Mystic code. This one. New Year's Woodrow. That was just released by like yesterday night or by today, depending time zone where you guys come from. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm all good to go. I don't think I could change it. No. Well, I guess I'll just have to keep the way it was. Oh, no story. Or cutscenes. Okay, that's good.
僕の仕事は復職なんだけど、ま、仕方ないか。頼りにされたら断れないよな。やるぜ。
はい。
急な仕事？任せてくれる。飛び立つシングルセット。と手に入らないの。腕の見せ所ってやつ。いい感じ。ご用件は？これは君に待つ夢の生産。 どれほど辛い別れでも輝くものはきっとある。さあ、顔を上げて。朝の日割りが飛び。
Hold on. Don't know if I actually set the built like audio gain down to -3. One moment. Yeah, I forgot to turn down. Alright, there we go.
いい判断です。よく言いました。目を背けないで。死になさい。アコーロ。モルゴース。大 国の雲よ。
What the hell is this thing here? Oh.
イノベーション始めはい NSS サービスです。もしお参りしていきます。暗き湖よ、いい目を背けないで。慈悲だ、神戸を垂れよ。恐怖は希望もなく何人も通るにあたわず逃がす者から内側から壊れる光栄の中、私本気です。完全敗北よろしくて。
Oh, fuck.
簡単に終わらないように。暗き湖よ、来たれ。あくまで華麗に。それは絶えず見た滅びの夢、最果てにありながら鳥は明日を迎えしロードレスキャメルスタート。
Oh shit, I forgot. The last one is a dinosaur with invincibility. Ah, shit.
日向の匂い、火薬の匂い、あまり悩ませないように。好き放題扱ってあげましょう。最高品質でお届けしましょう。よく言いました。では参りましょうか。これが皆様の努力の結果、霊障重工79式敵化大社イズトゥーラセブンドライブ国家二重逃がす者から自由に振る舞いす。
Alright.
さて、ここからだ。どうも。
How many you have? One left. Alright.
いい判断、目に映る。よく言いました。分断する。それは絶えず見た滅びの夢、最果てにありながら鳥は明日を迎えしロードレスキャメル。
I have no idea what they say about it. I'm looking at the wiki for walkthrough for the spoilers because I don't want to waste the AP. All right. Oh my, this is not what I was expecting. Yurek's got nothing on this place. It's true, there are so many people everywhere you look. There must be at least 30,000 coming and going on in Main Street alone. Oh yes, isn't it wonderful? Mexico City is currently home to 100,000 all Ozalome warriors. They're non-combatants, women and children, have built villages in the neighboring jungles where they work to support Mexico City.
So this city was built solely for commerce, or rather, ritual purposes then. And what's more, you're saying they didn't do so on top of the ruins of an existing city, like with Chichen Itza. That they actually built this enormous metropolis from scratch.
Not quite. I hate to admit it, but the actual city itself was provided by Tezcatlipoca. Tezcatlipoca, the divine spirit servant David of the Crypto Summon. He gave the Osalome civilization in the form of the city and revived Aztec mythology here in Mictlan. So here they worship the Black Sun, Tezcatlipoca, the Smoking Mirror, as opposed to Kukulkan. As a species, Osalome are much weaker than dinos, but thanks to their far greater numbers, their adaptability, and most importantly, their aggressive nature, something the dinos entirely lack. They flourished, as you can see. I understand that this Tezcatlipoca guy and the Osalome are Chaldea's enemies. But all that aside, I've got to say, this city doesn't suck. It's full to boasting with the energy of people determined to live and improve their lives. If anything, this city is closer to the colors Silkfrost and Mash emit than anywhere else I've seen.
Young miss, as an aspiring leader, I must advise against making statements which might hurt or offend your supporters, especially when they're standing right beside you.
What are you talking about? I'm not saying the Osalome are better than the dinos or anything. Did you not hear the all that aside part? Besides, if we're talking about who we like more, I like Tapu 100 times more. He's way smarter and nicer than any Osalome I've met. Anyway, I think you've got a sense for Mexico City now, right? Then let's get to the reason we came here. Chaldea's abducted staff. Leonardo da Vinci, Zion Eltnam, Nemo, and Kadok. I suggest our first order of business should be to find out where they're being held.
Does that mean you think we should split up? I'm not sure that's a good idea. We may look like Osalome to the people here thanks to my disguise spell, but we still can't understand them.
It's true. Even the Orthodox built-in translator doesn't seem to work with their language.
That neatly rules out gathering information by conversing with the locals. So our only choice is to search for a likely holding area on foot. Somewhere heavily guarded, perhaps. Or where we can sense Nemo's presence. Of course, were I in Tezcatlipoca's position, I'd keep them somewhere which would block detection of such things.
What about those two buildings in the center of the city? I think those are twin temples. They're both about 60 meters tall. Each has a path leading up to its roof, and I can see what looks like altars in the center between them. Oh yes, those are the sacrificial altars where they pluck out the still beating hearts of their sacrifices. But that's not important right now, so we can save that topic for later. Those temples are dedicated to Tlaloc and Huitzilopochtli's temple contains a divine space for Tezcatlipoca to rest. And Tlaloc's temple contains the throne of the Osalome's king. I'm afraid your disguise spell won't work on Tezcatlipoca, Father Kotomi. And since he'll almost certainly kill us the moment he sees us, we should keep our distance from those temples.
What about David?
David rarely comes to Mexico City. The other times I've come here, he was out in the jungle, investigating old ruins. It seemed pretty clear that he was leaving city matters. That is, the war between the dinos and the Osalome in Tezcatlipoca's hands. Also, he could focus entirely on his personal field work. I swear, I still can't tell if he hates being a crypto or loves it.
So, who's Huitzilopochtli?
Huitzilopochtli is said to be the Aztec tribal god of the sun and war. When the Aztec people lost their land and were forced to wander around Central America, Huitzilopochtli guided them to Metzilipan, the Lake of the Moon. He's a war god who demanded countless sacrifices as fuel with which to move the sun. It's said he wields the fiery snake Koto as a weapon and that he has blue arms and legs. This had led to some people claiming he was actually the god Tezcatlipoca from Mayan mythology before the Aztec people adopted him.
Does Koto have anything to do with Quetzalcoatl?
Yes, since Huitzilopochtli reportedly wielded Koto as a weapon, he was said to be an enemy of Quetzalcoatl. Well, never mind that. It sounds like we can go around the city as we like, yeah? This will be my first time getting to see actual humans in their element. Selfross, Mash, I'm counting on you two to explain anything I don't understand.
I'm afraid that won't be possible, young miss. Since we can't actually speak to anyone here, we'll need to make more effective use of our resources. Given the possibility of unforeseen complications, I think it'd be best if you and Tapu waited outside the city.
What? How come?
It's because of my size, isn't it? I may look like an ocelotto, but I still bump into people in large crowds. And similarly...
Oh, right. Olga Marie's horns.
Can we just pop those horns off, Madame President?
You say the most bizarre things sometimes. You know that, right? And of course we can't. And don't ask me to make them smaller. Believe me, I've already made them as compact as I possibly can. I'm so sorry, Olga Marie, but I think we need you to do the prudent thing this time. Yeah, okay. Your companions' lives are hanging in the balance here. Fine, I'll save my colonial observations for another time. For in exchange, I want you and Selfross to get a good look at the city in my place. If we're gonna fight the Osalome, learning about their culture, ideology, and way of life is the least we can do. I know we've had to fight them without knowing anything about them so far, but things are different now that we have a chance to learn. And since you'll be acting as my special secretaries, I don't want you two using ignorance as an excuse for brutality. Alright, next 2 arrows is pretty much just conversation. No battle. Well, story. I'll start checking the alleys off the main road. If things take a turn for the worst, I'll come rescue you on my motorcycle.
I'll take a look around the temples. Don't worry, I'll keep my distance. I just want to get a handle on their structure. You two should take the main street. Don't forget to behave like Osalome.
Looks like we have a big street to cover. It's a shame that we won't be able to talk to any of the Osalome since we don't understand their language.
For the time being, let's try heading south along the street. Well, we can say it's crazy busy here, if nothing else.
Yes, this street was nothing but shops. Although, don't you think the city feels a little too lively? It's hard to be sure since everyone's wearing masks, but they all seem strangely on edge.
I don't know if I'd say lively so much as frenetic, but yeah.
I don't like this. I'm worried about those who were captured. I know it's dangerous, but I think we're going to have to talk to the Osalome if we're going to get any information. Huh? What do you mean? You won't trade with me? Last time you said this was worth the same as 10 rattlesnakes. Huh? You don't need any more because the ritual is tomorrow?
Oh, I see. So you already have enough blood. That makes sense.
Aw, man! And after all the work I put into catching these two traits for that beautiful Barate, senpai, I think that sounded like... Yeah, that was definitely a language for proper human history we understand. Hmm? You mean me? Well, thank you for talking to... Oh. I was right. Excuse me, about the language you're speaking, or rather, we're speaking. Oh, don't worry, sir. They're not speaking Dino's language. This is a new language test Caterpillar Poker's priest, David, uses. It's not easy to learn, but it makes for much more precise communication than Oceloto words and gestures, so it's very handy. Just be patient. It will be long before you'll get to learn it in school, too. Now then, where were we? Nice to meet you, travelers. My name's Kuahu. My name is Kuahu Tilly. What are yours? I see you learn how to speak proper human history language too, just like King Iskali. Yeah, I sure did. I guess you did too. Yep, it wasn't easy, but it was so cool and stylish that I picked it up in no time. Are you impressed? Are you going to compliment me? Never mind. Such direct praise can be kind of embarrassing. So, how come you went out of your way to talk to me in a foreign language? Are you trying to beef up security ahead of tomorrow's ritual? I guess the rumors about Chaldean conquerors in the area must be true. But sorry, I'm not a soldier myself. I just came to Mexico City today to get this beautiful jade Barate. So I'm afraid I can't take part in the sacrificial ritual. I'm a landscaper and a farmer, not a fighter. So all the female Osalome do live outside the city, just like Konyanskaya said. I'm not sure this lady knows too much about Mexico City, Master. What would you like to do? Do I know you from somewhere? Maybe. The jungle is pretty thick, and it's easy to lose sight of things in there. So maybe we pass each other without realizing it. Or maybe you travel with someone who looks a lot like me? What a lovely coincidence that would be. You smell honey? From him? And you'd be willing to trade for that? Just out of curiosity, you wouldn't happen to have anything sweet on you, would you? You mean like this? Oh wow, I don't need to understand what he's saying to know. This has him really excited. He seems to be asking to trade for it. Okay, here you go then. And here you go. Huh? You giving this to me? May I ask why? It was given to me, but I don't have any use for it. I see. So that's how you two think. Okay then, don't mind if I do. Wow, a human's never given me a present before. Let me tell you something that just might help you out as my way of thanking you. The Chaldean conquerors King Iskali and Tess Caterpillar Polka brought here are scheduled to be sacrificed tomorrow. They all have special blood, so they've been chosen as sacrifices to the sun. So if you wanted to say, rescue them, I'd get on that as quickly as I could if I were you. Otherwise, you might wind up having to fight all the 100,000 Osalome in the city at once. Then again, being clever is kind of what you people from proper human history are about. Isn't it? So, Frost? Huh? How did you know my name? I'm sorry, Senpai. I lost track of her. She wasn't especially fast, but she slipped through the crowd almost like wind through tree leaves. It's fine. Let's just head back to camp for now. Right. If what she said is true, then we don't have a moment to lose. Let's hurry and find the others so we can come up with a plan. They're going to sacrifice the Chaldeans? By plucking out their still beating hearts? What the heck did they do to deserve that? I wouldn't punish someone like that even for defaming the president.
You're mistaken, young miss. These sacrifices are not criminals. The Aztecs offer up their hearts as a holy act. A sinner will not be given this privilege, even were they asked to ask for it. Those typically chosen as sacrifices are warriors from defeated enemy tribes, or people raised specifically to be sacrificed.
I know that. That's the whole human sacrifice thing, right? But that doesn't change the fact that they're killing prisoners. These rulers should be ashamed of themselves, killing outsiders and hoping it'll make things better for themselves.
I appreciate you getting so upset on our friend's behalf.
I'm upset because I'm disappointed in myself. I'm disappointed that I was so impressed by the Osalome building such a big city that I gave them 4 stars.
Excuse me, may I ask a question? Why sacrifice them? Did this sort of thing happen in proper human history as well? I understand it's more important to focus on how we're going to rescue these 4 Chaldeans before they're sacrificed, but not at all. These are precisely the questions which will allow us to begin understanding the Osalome, which may well be key in rescuing the hostages. It's quite a pertinent question, Tepu. In fact, I have a question for you as well, but it can wait until later. For the moment, this represents a good chance to explain the purpose human sacrifice played in Aztec civilization. I'd advise you to listen well too, so Frost.
Understood.
Alright, I'll try to be as concise as I can. The Aztecs were not the first civilization in Central America. Some, such as the Olmecs and Zapotecs, predate even the Aztecs. And as Aztec mythology was the last to originate in Mesoamerica, it was heavily influenced by Mayan mythology, which itself was influenced by the Olmecs. My thinking is that the mythologies of Latin America are not separated by tribe or civilization, but rather that there is a sort of shared remembrance of the creation of the world, continuously passed on by all who live here.
Remembrance, Is this like some sort of image the jungle has planted in people's minds?
That's right. Remember, this land is vast, and these intertribal conflicts were a constant part of their daily lives. So the people who live there would never be so greedy, or perhaps arbitrary, as to mix in their own motives with their creation myths. No, I suspect they simply built up the myths based on whatever they were feeling at the time, which surely included staring into the jungle's swirling darkness and harmonizing with it.
True. Compared to other mythologies, Mesoamerica's cosmological timeline is fairly fractured. Similar meanings carry different names, and even its perception of time is highly unusual. So while we do have written historical records, it's difficult to piece everything together and keep it all free of contradictions. And you think that's because this mythology wasn't created by humans, but was instead created by the land itself, or possibly something greater still?
Indeed, the people of Central America never kept large livestock, never used vehicles to transport anything, and never rode animals, though they had all the necessary knowledge to do so had they wished. I can only assume they internationally denied themselves any development which might have made their lives easier or more comfortable if it meant humans reigned supreme in the jungle. In contrast to this, they were intensely interested in astronomy, unusually so, one could argue. Their astronomical techniques were by far the most accurate of any other ancient civilization. Suffice to say, they were extremely interested in, as well as respectful and fearful of outer space. Why? The answer is obvious. Their ancestors were once threatened or even victimized by something which came from it. The memories of the very land they lived in told them that their world has once been destroyed by something alien to it. In fact, in Aztec mythology, the world meets its end several times. Do you know how many times? So fast.
I think it was...
That's right, 5 times. Well, 4 to be precise, since there's Aztec mythology, the 5th time is the age we're living in now. While there are tales of the world itself being destroyed in other mythologies, tales of it being destroyed and rebuilt time and time again are unique to the Aztecs. Suffice to say, in Aztec civilization, really in all of our Central America, the land holds clear memories of devastation and rebirth, and the people who lived there took that as a lesson. I see. If something like that were to happen multiple times, it would be sensible for people to learn from and prepare for it. 1 second. Alright, So, you say they learned to practice astronomy, and their way to address the dangers they saw was these human sacrifices. Indeed, the Aztecs believed that the world would end every 52 years. Years? It would supposedly take place on the day their 2 calendar, Xiuhuali, their agricultural calendar, and Tonapohuali, their sacred calendar, aligned. On this day, the sun would lose its powers, and the world would be plunged into darkness. And that is a very brief overview of Aztec eschatology. During the twilight of this day, the Aztec people would hold a grand ceremony in the capital city of Tenochtitlan. People would put out each and every fire in their homes and village. These symbolized the old years. They would then offer their own blood for the ceremony, fervently praying for the sun's return out of fear tomorrow may never come. Aztec priests, filled by the fervent wishes of their people, would then tear the still beating hearts from their sacrifices and offer them to a new grand fire, which symbolized a new cycle. The belief was that this would grant the sun sufficient power to keep the world alive for the next 52 years, allowing the world to be reborn. Human sacrifices were neither an offering to the gods, nor a means of controlling the populace. They were the embodiment of the people's wish for the world to be born again. In Aztec mythology, there is no way to save the world from devastation. It is inevitable. That was the common understanding among all the people of Central America. The fact that they simply accepted the sun's death and the world's end as facts of life goes to show how harsh and unforgiving life must have been for them. I can't believe it. You're all from proper human history, and you're all so gentle and rational. You take such utter madness so seriously. Did no one point out to them that the sun operates quite independently of any human intervention? Madness or not, this was the truth. Only those who were alive at the time can take issue with it. All we can do now is remember and record their experiences. That being said, I believe that, in terms of magecraft, this was all very much real. The fact is, once the Aztecs stopped making human sacrifices, their empire came to an end. Their mythology and their world is now completely gone.
Huh? That's news to me. Is this just your own weird interpretation of things?
This interpretation is all in keeping with the mythology Konyanskaya. You may recall that earlier, I said that Tezcatlipoca and Quetzalcoatl used to feud. But I never said what it was they were feuding over. After everything I've told you, perhaps now you can say what it is they disagreed on. So Frost. The ritual of human sacrifice? Some legends have posited that, of the Aztec pantheon, Quetzalcoatl was the only god who opposed human sacrifices. Tezcatlipoca, on the other hand, was all for it. You can learn a great deal about these gods' natures from this conflict alone. Tezcatlipoca believed strongly in upholding the land's teachings and protecting the Mesoamerican people. Meanwhile, Quetzalcoatl believed people's lives could and should be better and wanted to get at what he saw as old-fashioned, obsolete beliefs. When Spaniards first arrived in Central America in the 16th century, they were astonished at the Aztec Empire's prosperity and the glittering city of Tenochtitlan. One can imagine them saying something like, "This must be the greatest water-top city in the entire world." And yet, they not only continue the barbaric practice of human sacrifice, but it remains a core part of their religion. The Spaniards quickly found similarities between Quetzalcoatl and the Christian saints, so they decreed him the good god. And almost by default, Tezcatlipoca, his rival and opposite in many ways, was labeled evil. In spite of this, Moctezuma II, the king of Tenochtitlan at the time, not only let Hernan Cortes, leader of the Spaniards and eventual conqueror of the Aztecs, into his city. You may recall he did so with open arms. So why did he invite Cortes into his city? Some say it's because he believed Cortes was Quetzalcoatl, whose second coming was prophesied after his banishing. But that doesn't quite make sense. Tenochtitlan worshipped the rain god Tlaloc and the tribal god Huitzilopochtli at the time. So why would the king be so willing to welcome Quetzalcoatl, whose legends state he opposed the very ritual sacrifices city's gods encouraged?
Now that you mention it, it doesn't make sense. People say Cortes tricked Moctezuma II. Thinking about it though, it seems just as possible Moctezuma II was actually using Cortes himself.
Exactly. The historical record tells us Moctezuma II was relatively weak compared to the other well-known rulers. But he was also wise, open-minded, and above all, had the vision to imagine a better future for the Aztec Empire, sharing similar values to Quetzalcoatl. It may be that he believed the Aztec Empire's neighboring tribes would eventually destroy them, and so brought in an outside power in the form of the Spaniards. For that to happen, he knew he would have to destroy the foundation of human sacrifice upon which their culture was built. When Cortes showed up and was said to be the second coming of Quetzalcoatl, Moctezuma II saw him as a tool to be used. So he invited Conquistador into his city, knowing he was poisonous. But then he found himself on the losing side of the game the two of them were playing. Cortes was a foreigner. He knew absolutely nothing of Mesoamerican cultures. So my guess is that Moctezuma II thought it would be easy to make use of him. But before he and Moctezuma II met, Cortes met a woman who would prove to be his very own good luck charm. A local woman called Valencian, nowadays nicknamed La Malinche. The daughter of a nobleman. La Malinche was an intelligent woman who had been sold to a rival tribe as a slave. She was then taken by Spaniards as spoils of war after they defeated La Malinche's new tribe in battle. Her noble background and education meant she had no trouble learning the language. She taught Cortes about the Aztec Empire's language and culture, and investigated its weaknesses for him. Consequently, it is believed Moctezuma II was the one who wound up deceived, and the Aztec Empire fell to the Spanish one. It's said that the Spaniards' victory was a miracle, since they only had 600 cavalry to the Aztecs' 200,000 soldiers. But the truth is, La Malinche was the true cause of the Aztec Empire's downfall. Her and a coalition of all the rival tribes the Aztecs had been subjugating for years. Though, of course, once the Aztec Empire was gone, the Spaniards would go on to eradicate those other tribes as well.
I see. And so the Emperor who thought to stop the ritual of human sacrifice is the man who invited the Aztec Empire's downfall. The end result is that their culture ground to a complete stop. Thus, paradoxically, it would have been better for the ritual to continue. Is that your argument?
Yes, though only if we set aside the questions of ethics and human rights. For it was just when a dull grey light was shone on the ritual of rebirth, a mystic dating to the age of myth, that their son died. Now, Here is my question for you, Tapu. Has the sun in Mictlan ever gone out? So that's why he brought this up. Yes, it has. I've never experienced it myself, but they say that once, ages and ages ago, Mala was covered in shadow and the sun was lost. The dinos referred to that event as the Night of Dread. The sun disappeared and night lasted for what seemed like an eternity. So if Mictlan's sun has, in fact, been lost before, the Osalome are actually somewhat justified in practicing this ritual. They truly have brought proper human history's Aztec culture back to life. This means stopping the ritual of sacrifice itself would be tremendously difficult.
One wrong move, and we would be fighting a war against 100,000 Osalome. And I doubt that's a war we supposed conquerors can win.
It seems then that the best course of action open to us is likely rescuing the hostages at an opportune moment in the ritual, then escaping as quickly as we can. By the way, Tapu, do you know of anyone who could tell us more about this Night of Dread?
I've only heard the priest speak of it, and then only to say that it happened. The only ones who would know more are Kukulkan and the observatories. No, never mind. There may be a detailed record in the Solar Sojourn, Chichen Itza's throne room.
Understood. Perhaps we'll get a chance to see it later then. Anyway, thank you for your patience. Let's return to the matter at hand. Tomorrow, the captured Chaldeans will be used as human sacrifices. The only way we can stop that is by rescuing them before the ritual begins. However, I'm afraid I have some very unfortunate news to share in that regard. The prisoners are being kept underground, beneath Talalok's temple. What's more, the temple is guarded by a frankly absurd number of armed Osalome. Never mind rescuing them from their cells. We wouldn't even be able to get close.
So you already knew where they were being kept. No wonder you took your time with all that ritual talk. If the look on your face is anything to go by, you've reached a conclusion too. Though, I'm guessing it's probably the same as mine.
Indeed, it may not be possible to sneak into the temple now, but tomorrow will be a different story. In proper human history, the Aztec ritual of human sacrifice was part of a ceremony to bring new life to the world. It involved every Aztec citizen seizing battle and prostrating themselves in prayer for the ritual's success. The Osalome are likely no different. At the very least, we can expect the warriors outside the temple will be following the traditions of the ritual. Of course, there are bound to be some soldiers inside the temple as well, but I trust you can handle those, Frost. So, the plan is, tomorrow, we sneak into the temple right before the ceremony and get everyone out. Correct. Of course, you'll require a route suited to sneaking in, but I believe our capable bunny here can look into that. In the meantime, the rest of us can recover our strength, then set out for the temple at dawn. How does that sound?
Why are you even asking? There's obviously no alternative. Very well. I shall secure a route into the temple. The rest of you, enjoy your pleasant little chat. I swear on NFF services that I'll find the safest route possible.
The torches are lit. The torches are lit all along the main street. It will soon be a year since the ritual began. I suppose this will be the last time I see the waterway that runs down the city center, or the moon's silvery blue path.
I can't believe you're not out. I can't believe you're out on your own on a sunless night. You should know better than that, East Kali. Or have you forgotten that you're a king now?
Tlaloc! No,
I promise you I haven't forgotten. This is Mexico City's sanctuary, a holy area only the king, the gods, and the sacrifices may enter. No miscreant would dare come here. I'll be fine on my own. More importantly, why are you dressed like a human from proper human history? Don't worry about it. I'm just matching my brother. He told me that if I'm going to protect Mexico City, I need to make a visible effort to be part of its culture. He also said that nobody likes antiquated old-fashioned gods, and that the Osalome would say I'm behind the times if I don't keep up. With all due respect to Tezcatlipoca, I have no issue with your usual manner of dress, Tlaloc. If anything, it suits Mictlan well. It perfectly embodies both the blessings of rain and the deaths caused by flooding. That's true. This is the Lostbelt Mictlan. It's very different from the overly soft Mictlan of proper human history. Here, only fighters can survive. Do you know what Aztec mythology should consider paradise, Iskali? A world where Mictlan is populated by non-warriors. A world where the only people who go to the afterlife are those who die from natural causes instead of in battle. It doesn't even matter whether they're good or evil. It couldn't be more different from this Mictlan, at least for the Osalome. The Osalome are all brave warriors, yes. Dying in battle is the greatest offering they could make to Tezcatlipoca. That is where proper human history Aztecs went wrong. Not just with the ritual of rebirth. They ritually sacrifice people every day as offerings to the gods, or as payment for the gift of rain. Each and every day, they slick the beautiful city with blood by carving out civilians' hearts. Not a day went by that the streets did not run red with blood, staining the moon's path. Such idiocy! How did they manage they could charge the world with the blood of ignorant slaves? We're nothing like that. We will never spill such useless blood. We only take organs with real power. Power enough to resurrect a god. And soon, we will have enough sacrifices to accomplish our goal. The Chaldean mage and the expertly made artificial human both have hearts rarer than any dinos. They will be the perfect final sacrifice to resurrect the true Tezcatlipoca. The dino hearts we collected have been sent to Mictlan's lowest stratum via the moon's path. Did my brother tell you about the lowest stratum? He did. He said there's a weapon sleeping there that will destroy proper human history once and for all. 1 year ago, Tezcatlipoca came up here to the 5th stratum from the bottom one and blessed us with weapons. So we could return with him to the bottom stratum in a year's time and use the weapon there to destroy proper human history. That is his will, and we will gladly obey. We will, here in Mexico City, eradicate the dinos, seize power over all of Mictlan, replace the absurd proper human history, and become the next dominant species of this world. Yes, that's more or less correct. Very well then. Resolute Iskali, you have grown much over this past year, and proven yourself to be the human Tezcatlipoca. Make sure that the ritual tomorrow is a success. Remember, if it fails, your own life is forfeit. Yes, Tlaloc, I won't let you down. I will destroy proper human history's world. If the remaining Chaldeans have any backbone, they'll probably come and try to stop it. The mage will also make a good sacrifice. So I will cut off both their heads at the altar and offer up their still beating hearts to you and Tezcatlipoca. Did you forget that they beat you up once before? Have you grown arrogant because death holds no sway over you? Your body was charred to a crisp at the storm border. I pulled you from the river myself. So remember your debt to me and be honest. Do you consider proper human history a worthy foe or not? I look down on them, but I do take the threat they pose seriously. They're immature fools who lose all sense when they see one of their compatriots die. As a warrior, I am neither able to understand their feelings, nor do I wish to. Even if they intend to kill us, they are woefully unprepared for the possibility of their allies dying. I've never hated anyone so much in all my life. These proper human history humans are absolutely revolting. I was raised by Tezcatlipoca. I see the very foundations of their civilization repugnant to me. I see. So he refuses to understand them, yet he still can't let go of his hatred for them. Talalok? I was just thinking out loud. But if you heard me, then think carefully about what I meant. Talalok, please wait. What is it? Is your, forehead okay? I mean, where Tezcatlipoca shot you? If it still hurts, I can have some medicine brought to you right away. That will not be necessary. I told you, I'm tough. Such thoughtfulness is a mark against you as Tezcatlipoca. But don't worry, I won't tell my brother. As I thought, we cannot call anyone from in here. It looks like this building itself is a sanctuary. Maybe it is the home of a very powerful divine spirit. No, that alone will not explain jamming of this nature. This is almost like an entirely different world, like the inside of a living creature. Or the inside of a spaceship which cuts off all radio waves. Kadok, are you listening? How long do you intend to sit around sulking? You do realize you are going to be sacrificed tomorrow, right? Do you not care about getting out of here?
Keep it down, will ya? I'm just trying to save my strength. We've investigated this place as much as we can, and all we've learned is that we can't escape it on our own. So our only choice is to wait for them to show up. There's a small chance that... Nah, not a small chance. They'll be here. And when they come, I don't want to be so exhausted that I can't help. Sure, I'm worried about Da Vinci and Nemo, but there's nothing we can do with them off in a different cell. So I'm gonna get some sleep while we wait for a certain nut we all know couldn't stay away, even if he wanted to. There, you see? I knew he'd get here in Sorry, I doubt I'm the nut you hoped for. David! No, I shouldn't be surprised. This is your Lostbelt. It even sounds like you were the one who sent the Osalome after us right after the border crashed. Not to mention how, in the last meeting, you and Barrow were both talking about how your Lostbelt gave you plenty of opportunities for methodical killing. I sure as hell didn't expect you'd hand guns out to the locals and make them into an army, though. It was my servant's decision to go pay your ship a visit. I had nothing to do with it. I've been away attending to a different matter. I only just got back to Mexico City. Still, if I had been here, I have done the same thing. Except, I have finished you all off on the spot.
So you are David Semvoid. Nice to meet you. I am Scion Eltnam Sokaris, one of Chaldea's allies.
Sorry, should have introduced myself. Just call me David. You must be the intermediary between Chaldea and the Wandering Sea, and the engineer of the anti-foreign god weapon. I'll make a note of your name and face. You're probably one of the first we should kill. I'm not as talented as Wodyne, but at least in terms of memory, I can hold my own against anyone else. If we're ever in the same room again, you'll be the first one I kill. Promise.
Okay. Kadok, correct me if I am wrong, but he just announced his intent to kill me, did he not?
What you think he was doing? Proposing? More importantly, if you're talking about meeting again, I'm guessing you're not gonna kill us now. Why not? You're the last cryptor. And unlike Kristaria, you're not openly rebelling against a foreign god. There's no reason for you to keep Chaldea alive. Or me, for that matter, now that I've sided with them. I didn't take you prisoner. Tezcatlipoca did. He has his own ideas and goals. Messing with them when I'm late to the party just feels wrong. Guess you could say he beat me to the punch. He's not the type to announce when he's heading out, and when he does come back, he'll say things like, "Hey, I spent your life savings. Hope you don't mind," as if it was no big deal.
That sounds more like an abusive relationship than anything.
So you two don't get along for shit, huh? So you're not killing us because you're afraid of your own servant. That's about right. Yes, he's one hell of a servant, truly. He pulled Mictlan out from under the thumb of the alien being that was ruling it and established proper human history rules here in only a year. In fact, Mexico City really belongs to him. He summoned temples, trained the Osalome, had them build the city, and chose their king. I only summoned him, nothing more. If Chaldea means to go to war with this Lostbelt, he's the one you'll need to defeat, not me.
Does that mean you have no interest in Lostbelt then, David? That you do not mind if Chaldea should succeed at excising it?
Today, it'd be a problem. 10 days from now, I'd be fine with it.
Huh? Interesting. Then conversely, does that mean if Chaldea could cut down the tree of emptiness within 10 days, your plans would be ruined?
If you could, yes. Personally, I don't really care either way. But since Wodime saw his plans through all the way to the end, I mean to do the same with my order. What are you talking about? Kurstaria sure as hell didn't see his plans through. Did you forget about Barrow turning traitor and killing him right at the end there? I'm speaking of will, not results. He didn't go about his plan because he was absolutely certain it would work. He managed so much, though he was at death's door the whole time, because he was driven by his will. He had no choice. Even at the end, he never lost that will. He might have wished things ended up differently, but he had no regrets about his actions. That's what I mean when I say he saw his plans to the end, even if he didn't succeed. Well, I guess you've got a point there. But I digress. This isn't what I came to talk about, and I don't have much time to spare today. I have a question for you, Kadok. Why don't you have your own servant with you? You're a master. If you used a servant, escaping this place would be easy. Why would I have one of my own? I'm a cryptor turned traitor. Chaldea never let me summon a servant of my own, and I wasn't planning to ask anyway. No, not that. I'm asking you why you don't use what you already have. Huh? Ignorance really must be bliss. I see why Peperoncino couldn't stop himself from looking after you. I'm talking about your serious light. The spell inside you that can generate dozens of times more magical energy than a command spell. The explosive device that instantaneously amplifies the user's magical circuits. Of course, using it kills you, since it causes you to implode. The serious light is a bomb, a kind of insurance Marisbury prepared to ensure a cryptor could always complete the order at the race destination if they failed. Even if it meant destroying the entire site to do so. It's a good thing Ophelia was already on the brink of death. She died before her serious light could kill her. Had she used it before she was injured so badly, she would have died, taking Chaldea and the Shadow Border with her. I kind of figured. That's why Bear was there, right? To make sure we used them. If a cryptor ever got scared and tried to run from a singularity, he'd force them to activate the serious light and complete the order by destroying the singularity's distortion. That's why there were 7 of us, because Marisbury would never believed we'd actually be able to restore humanity. That was his intention from the start, yes. So what are you saying? You think I should use my serious light and kill both of us here and now? You could, but Da Vinci and Nemo are both in the next cell. If you don't mind killing them too, I won't stop you. But I wouldn't recommend it. The serious light may be a bomb, but for a master, it's also a wild card. It lets you order your servant to do something far beyond their unusual bounds. Remember what I said about Ophelia? You won't implode if you kill yourself shortly after using it. Once you use it, your death may be inevitable, but it can at least give you the chance to accomplish something first. The choice is yours, Kadok. That's it? What you even come here for? To see who I'm up against. Since I can't kill you, it was the least I could do.
Well now, that was something. Nothing I heard about him could have prepared me for meeting him in person. Even though he was right there in front of me, it still did not feel real. Nor did I have any idea what he was talking about. I am impressed you were on the team with him, Kadok. It felt more like I was talking to a hole in the very world than a person.
Yeah, I know. I felt the same way at first. Believe it or not, he's actually pretty thoughtful, and the guy can read a room. He's the kind of guy who only says what you need to hear. So there must be a reason why he brought up the serious lights just now. He's telling me to think about where I want to use mine and what to use it for. Scion, I have a favor to ask you. Would you mind keeping this discussion to...
Yes, copy that. You want me to keep what he said about the serious light's intended use to myself, right? I would like to refuse, but I am forced to admit that you still have yours because I was unable to remove it from you. So I will follow your lead here. I too know how to read a room after all.
Alright, let me see this. Okay.
Having trouble sleeping, Silk Frost?
This is not a bug.
Are you that worried about tomorrow's rescue operation?
Of course not. Don't be ridiculous.
Hey, it's okay. When you're worried about your friends, your brain waves form this beautiful spiral pattern. I'll praise you for that. But I can also tell you're not going to get any rest like this. And that, I cannot allow. What's the expression here? Good things come to those who sleep. No. A well-slept child is a well-kept child. Whatever. Point is, you need to sleep before a big day, right? If you can't do that on your own, then I'll help you. You just need to be really, really tired, right? Then leave it to me. I've never done this before, but it's super easy, so I'm sure it'll go great.
Wait, stop, Madame President, stop!
Alright, empty your mind and leave your body in the universe's hands. Channel open. Program name, President of Earth. Now get ready for hell inside my mind.
Oh boy. One second. I'm gonna have to go with this one. I gotta change this one. I think that's pretty much nothing you can do about that one here. Alright, yeah. Starting.
まだまだ未熟者ですが頑張ります。早駆けですよ。妖精鉄で運命をかけた戦いであれば今のうちに準備革命戦今のうちに準備ダムを上げる特別誘拐覚悟もちろん下がっているように
煮えはいらぬと申しても夏の暑さに喉カラカラ息吹の御霊800度
言葉は
ちゃんと見ててね。へえ、そう。
誇りにかけて。
夏が来たりてかぎろい揺れて雨が来たりて命が騒ぐ息吹の御霊800度とそんな
Okay, I have a feeling this is the Olga Marie's servant before. Like she had before. She becomes the whatchamacallit, I forgot. Became the like something unknown class type.
対終末対粛清防御はじめ最果ての島罪の都最後の竜は我が胸に集う円卓の守護者たちラウンド・オブ・アバロンザバーンデメタ
Alright, this one is a cursed servant.
第2第3宝具展開アルフリア・アバロン出るぞ
I can't really do anything.
ちゃんと見ててね。へえ、そう。煮えはいらぬと申しても夏の暑さに喉カラカラ息吹の御霊800度ポー尻尾バーンいいお酒そう適当にやっとくわザバーンデメちゃんお酒がた
Alright, well, can't do anything. President of Earth, notice of termination. Yeah, do that. Well, what do you think of my special simulation? Worst game ever. That can't be right. I spent a whole day trying to get the balance right. Okay then, tell me exactly which part was bad. Be specific. It was just you and me flirting. What the fuck? That can't be right. I know I set it for combat. I made virtual enemies and everything. Oh, that aside, was that last enemy? Heh, so you did get what I was going for. That's right. That last enemy was my recreation of Talalak, the divine spirit we heard about at the storm border. There's a really good chance we'll fight her tomorrow, right? So I'll let you get some practice in ahead of time. If you're going to fight her, you need to prepare for endless floods and river currents so strong you can hardly move. She never would have taken them by surprise if I'd been there, but there's still no telling when battle might break out. But now that you've fought her once, you should be able to form a plan, right? Especially since you've never lost a rematch. You could choose servants who always float, or servants who can handle the strong currents with no trouble at all. Either way, I'm sure you can find a way to win. I'm counting on you, Soapfrost. Thanks, Madame President. It's fine. Besides, this is all I can do to be useful. Oopsie. Chapu? You're awake too? I am. Don't be too surprised, though.
Mash is eavesdropping right over there too. So now you can't sleep? Fine then. I'll just send you all to my simulation. Don't expect to get any sleep tonight.
Then what's the point of all this?
That ending right there. Bit of like a Looney Tunes or a cartoon style. Alright. Ortiz Day. Oh boy, I don't like where this is going. The main street is absolutely packed. Even the air feels different today.
It does. Excitement like that is almost trance-like. For the Ozalome, these ritual sacrifices must be equal parts sacred rite and high entertainment. If the dinos wandered in here now, I'm sure they would be torn to pieces. It's just like humans to look for scapegoats. When they're this worked up, they won't think twice about slaughtering anyone or anything in their way.
Father Kotomi, are you certain my disguise belt is working correctly? Not to worry, you are indistinguishable from an ocelotto right away. You two will be perfectly safe as long as you keep your massage in mind and are careful not to bump your head or horns on the buildings. Understood, young miss? Be careful not to scrape the walls like a cat sharpening its claws.
I haven't. I barely grazed a wall earlier. Enough talking. The temple's just past this alley, right? We won't be able to rescue them once the sacrificial ritual starts, so we've got to get them out as soon as possible. Nothing to worry about there. The ritual has a very clear process. Right now, the priests are leading a prayer to the sun. The Ozalome are all gathered in the main street and adding their prayers to the priest. Once the prayers reach a fever pitch, the sacrifices will be brought to the altar connecting the two temples. So we still have 2 hours to go. I know because I've watched them conduct the same ritual before from right here.
The same ritual? I assumed the last time they were sacrificed were the dinos.
Yes, so what? Are you suddenly overcome with the need for revenge or something?
No, not especially. I just find the whole thing horrifying.
Horrifying?
Yes, I heard the Ozalome dismembered the dinos they capture and use their organs for various purposes. So I have no aversion to the thought of them using dinos' hearts in the ritual. But I cannot understand how they can create such an incredible city with culture we dinos have never dreamed of, and choose to sacrifice fellow humanoids from proper human history. They're killing members of their own species for no reason other than to advance their own interest. It's murder, and it's wrong. I never had much interest in Ozalome thus far, but for now, for the first time, I find myself filled with shock and dread. Though even I don't understand exactly what it is about them that terrifies me so.
Alright, everyone, get ready. Once we turn that corner, we'll be right next to the temple. There aren't any Ozalome around it right now, but there are bound to be a few still patrolling inside. If they find us, then we won't be able to avoid a fight. And if we fight them, the prisoners' odds of survival will drop radically. So we need to be in and out, quick and quiet as we can. Understood? Then what are we waiting for? The rescue operation is a go!
Well, we made it inside pretty easily, but now what?
What if we grab 1 or 2 of the guards and drag them into the shadows to pump them for information? If we show them who we really are, They should know what we're looking for. Even if we don't understand the words, we should be able to communicate quite easily through body language.
As in torture? Oh my, that hardly sounds like conductor man of the cloth would encourage. Why don't you leave this to me? I'll show you how a true professional covert operative does things. Thank you so much. So we just go down these stairs and it's the third cell on the left, yes? And there you have it. We'll find your companions right this way.
How did you do that?
Okay, really, what did you do to him?
Oh, I have my ways. He may be an ocelote, but he's a man first and foremost. Now, wasn't that a lot better than punching him, shooting him with a rocket launcher, tearing out his entrails? Or any of the other barbaric methods of communication the priest would have us practice?
Soap boss, I can't help but notice Father Kotomi clenching his fists so tightly they are trembling. May I ask why that is?
Shh! I actually just bribed him with bananas and corn, but that can stay a trade secret. Anyway, this is no time to brag. The god also said 2 of the sacrifices have already been taken to the altars, so there are only 2 prisoners left down here. It sounds like they chose the mage and the homunculus, which must be Lord Kadok and Lady Da Vinci. So we first need to rescue Scion and Nemo, even if the latter is already on the brink of death. Then we'll hurry to the altars and rescue the other 2. Any objections?
Nope. Now let's hurry.
Scion, Nemo, we're here to rescue you. Are you okay?
Yeah, more or less. I gave Nemo the only bed. Right in the nick of time. Nice. Not that you could have gotten here sooner, I guess. They've already started the ritual up there, right? I can feel the fervor all the way down here. Huh? But I thought they took away the mage. They did. The superior mage. Makes sense. Of course Scion's got me beat there. I may have more magical circuits than her, but she's from a famous Alt Atlas Institute family. I think they call them the 6 Sources. So she's probably got real special organs plebes like us could never even imagine. Anyway, you don't have to fill me. Anyway, you don't have to fill me in on what's going on. Of course, we're gonna escape. But first, we need to rescue Scion and Da Vinci too. Only problem is, Nemo still doesn't look like he can move. He's been like this since the border crashed. I don't want to admit it, but he might be. Pardon me. I see. So this is Captain Nemo. Let me give him the medicine Professor gave me. I believe it went like this, and the spell went like this. Mythological concepts elucidated, humanity essence analyzed, comprised spirit urgent, fortified, faith history established. Boosted Nemo the heroic spirit's strongest convictions and superior skills. Recovery from fatal wounds, administrating indomitable projection. Gradation air, Nemo origin. Phew. Let's hope that worked. Hey, Soap Boss, who is this dinosaur? Is he on our side? That spell he just cast was crazy precise. He practically summoned a whole servant all on his own.
Yep. Yeah, Tapu's a great ally.
What just? Never mind. I can't believe I was out for so long. Thank you for waking me up. Who are you? A resident of this Lostbelt? Hello? Do you not understand me? I'm pretty sure you were the one who gave me that medicine.
Oh, yes. It's nothing, Captain Nemo. Your resemblance to someone I
Lost just took me back for a moment. It's so nice to meet you. My name's Tapu, and yes, I'm a citizen of Mictlan, the South American Lostbelt's equivalent of humankind, in a manner of speaking. Soapbox and Mash can tell you more. I'm going to keep watch in the hallway. I don't know anything about him, but I understand what's going on. So let's go as soon as we come up with a rescue plan. I'm including me in that we, of course. I'm ready to do whatever it takes to bring Scion and Da Vinci back alive. Alright. You must be Kadok. You have some really awful... You must be Kadok. You have some really awful bags under your eyes. Did you know? I hope you're taking care of your liver. That's none of your business. Besides, pretty much every anti-beast mage ends up like this. Anti-beast magecraft. Magecraft devoted to fighting wild beasts, right? Wild beasts are much stronger than humans, so I guess it makes sense your eyes would get tired from being constantly on the lookout. So you're a detail-oriented coward then? I do like the first part. Okay, so Frost, what the actual hell? I don't know why I expected it, but it wasn't this. Rasputin and Konyanskaya would each be shocking enough, but now you Olga Marie is working with you too? How the hell did you even get this party together? I know there are usually twists and turns along the way, but come the hell on! You know, not so long ago, you were our enemy too. Don't lump me in with them. Don't lump me in with them. I'm barely above average on my best day. Well, whatever. As far as the director's concerned, I've just gotta pretend like I don't know who she is, right? I'll just follow Mash's lead and pretend we met her in this Lostbelt. Oh, having a secret chat, are we? It's nice to see you getting along with him so well, Kadok. It's enough to make me feel good about my choice to bring you to the border, at no small personal risk to myself. Oh my! So you're the one who rescued Kadok from certain death in Olympus, Father? What a shocking betrayal of your fellow disciples. And you got along with them so well, too. I hate to think what Limbo or Muramasa would say if they could see you now. I think it's time you seriously consider ending your life so you can apologize to them in person. Spare me the crocodile tears, Konyanskaya. The Lord doesn't forgive lies simply because they are as outwardly pretty as the one who speaks them. Might I also suggest you practice your little performance in the mirror to learn to better hide your inner ugliness. Oh yeah. Okay, here's the plan. They're obviously gonna be priested up by the altars, right? So we'll have Soapfrost, Mash, Nemo, you Olga Marie, and the dinosaur, Tapu, crash the ritual for maximum impact. I can't be of any help in combat, but if you want me to distract the Osalome, I think that's a wise choice. Never would have taken him for a pacifist. This Lostbelt really is uniquely weird. While you guys are fighting, Rasputin and Konyanskaya will rescue Da Vinci and Scion. Not that we're going to be naive enough to completely trust them. I'll keep an eye on them myself. Okay, let's do it. Then let's split up now. We'll take different routes to the altars. The more attention you guys draw, the better our chances of success. So make sure you give them hell. Oh shit. Roar, warriors of Mictlan! By the blood of the foolish dinos, all content to live without ever changing or accomplishing anything. The moon's path has at last regained its rightful color. We send the blood to Xibaoba so that we may once again summon the great sun. Long live the sun! Glory to Tezcatlipoca! And a cruel, painful death to the conquerors! These foreign invaders from proper human history may deny the coming of Mictlan's fifth son, but their hearts burn with holy flame. And with the sacrifice of their precious blood, the sun will once more grant our wish. They're all so worked up. Their cheers are actually shaking the bridge. But this is also our chance. Let's go, you two. Be careful not to fall off. Not so fast. We're taking them back. I thought you would come, man of proper human history. Good. This wouldn't be as much fun otherwise. We have all the hearts we need just now, but your heads still have some value. You did manage to defeat a few Osalome at least. Your heads will be the perfect finishing touch to this ritual. These are some of the oldest Osalome. They are our most exceptional warriors. Your pathetic servants are no match for them. This time, I won't let my guard down. I am the king of the Osalome and the Tezcatlipoca who has lived for 1 year. I have sworn on that name to rule all of Mictlan. On my honor, you conquerors will never best me again. Alright, yeah, alright. I have to, let me see. Pure's invincibility or ignore or sure hit. Or should I just go and ignore invincible instead? Alright, Habitat is gonna sacrifice herself. I don't really want to use it. Nothing you can do.
なんちゃってやば、急な仕事？任せて。飛び立つ前、ここをもうちょっと念入りに。
手に入らないならさっどこかあまり悩ませない。楽しい放題扱ってあげましょう。
にゃーにゃーにゃにゃにゃにゃにゃにゃにゃ。
いい目を背けないで。
これは君に待つ夢の生産。どれほど辛い別れでも輝くものはきっとある。顔を上げて。
魔女ですのアコール。
スピンドルセット。無駄ですよ。無駄ですよ。
Okay. I'm going for it.
うまい手を考えよう。
はち切れそうでしょ。
暗き湖。
天罰てきめ。
いい
人類反
省。そう、いいでしょう。私の足元で許しを請いなさい。 落ちよロードレスキャメロット。平服せよ崇拝せよ。これなるは神の一方、我が敗者。知恵ある者はひれ伏すがいい。イズクーラセブンドライブ。逃がす者か。
Oh yeah. Thanks for targeting. Good job.
日向の火薬の匂い。
ありがとう。頑張るよ。
暗き湖よ来たれ。いい判断で目を背けないで。慈悲だ神戸を垂れよ。恐怖は希望もな何人通るにあたわず。
Alright, let me see the next one here. Okay, alright, alright, so the next one is somewhat pre-warm-up. Well, actually, it is a real actual fight before the fourth arrow is a, sort of like a warm-up fight. Alright. This one here. How? Is this how powerful heroes can truly be? That can't be right. No proper human history hero could ever be worth anything. You trust no one. You betray confidence. You ruin even the things you steal out of ignorance. No, I refuse to accept your world as our future. Priest, begin the ritual. Now! Kill those sacrifices for these invaders can rescue them. That will drain their will to fight.
Ah, poor thing. Looks like you were a little slow about letting go of your pride. We already have Scion and Da Vinci back safely in our custody.
Phew, that's so fast. We did it. Now let's get out of here. We need to find somewhere safe before all the Osanome on the ground make their way up. Hey, I actually hit what I was aiming at that time. Not bad for a warning shot, eh? Why the hurry? You've reached the heart of your enemy's operation. Leaving so soon would be a waste, don't you think? You're here, so why not try to take out their king, Tezcatlipoca, when did you get here? I didn't sense you at all. I've been here the whole time. This is my world. What does it humans say these days? God is everywhere. That's essentially it. That's Tezcatlipoca? So you let it go, huh? You even gave it away. I really don't understand you. Well, that's okay. If you refuse to take the trials, then I can kill you here and now. Tezcatlipoca, our battle isn't over yet. I swore I would kill them myself. Iskali, what is your purpose? To kill our enemies. To lead the Oselome. No, almighty Tezcatlipoca. It's to survive. This body belongs to you. It must not be destroyed before a year has passed. That's right. Did you know what you should do now, yes?
I do. Forgive me for me being so short-sighted. Now then, let's start over. Don't worry, the Osalome won't come up here. You came here to erase this Lostbelt, didn't you? Let's settle all that here and now. The sooner you end this, the easier you can breathe. Leave the more complex thinking to us. What do we do? Run for it? Fight? We may not know what Tezcatlipoca is capable of, but he's still just a servant. Beating him shouldn't be impossible, and we might not get another chance to fight him while he's on his own. What should we do? What would you do, Silfrost? We fight. Well, look who you brought with you. How the hell did you befriend her? Long time no see, President Girl. Have you come for your revenge? Huh? What are you talking about? I've never seen you before in my... I gotta say, I'm amazed you survived that. Guess you're right to call yourself a god. A god? Now what are you... No. More importantly, you... Olga. No. Never mind that now. I just remembered. That guy killed me. Get him, Silfrost. You hear that, Tlaloc? I can handle the mage from proper human history on my own, but that girl's more than I can handle. Take over for me. You have my permission to soak the altar. So, you snuck into the city, defiled the temple, got in Iskali's way, and challenged Brother. I think you just set a new record for sins committed in a single day. So will you pay for your sins by leaping off the altar to your deaths, or by having me wash you away? I'll give you a moment to choose. Damn it! Looks like we don't have a choice but to fight now. Summon a servant, Silfrost. You've got a strategy for her, right? Of course. I'm counting on you, Nemo. I've never fought you before. But I guess it doesn't matter. You're about to die anyway. Don't worry. I'll knock you out first so you don't suffer too much. Oh yeah? We'll see about that. Oh, fucking MASH. I guess Nemo had to be in there. Because of the, this fight is very gimmicky. Inflicts all enemies who are not levitating servants. You stupid MASH. This one. Nope. I'm gonna have to switch this Mystic Code because fucking this stupid ass party set up for forced support. And as well as having Mashu in it. It's just so dumb. I'm probably gonna switch this one. Front line. Nemo will be staying in the middle. Alright. Did I choose the right one? I gotta be careful. I almost fucked up right there. There we go.
敵影発見だ。酸素補充だ。ちょっと待って。
トラロック。
Alright, back in line.
やだね。今のうちに準備で戦いできた。ドーナツ。ジュピター。
What do you have here?
カモメの歌を聞きたいかい？
This one.
酸素補充だ。ちょっと待って。
Okay.
望まれることを望まれたように。
おしまいにしよう。オーケー。
あれはいつか見た終わりの星。どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのです。さあ幕を開けて、アラウンドカリバーン。
橋渡りしは少なびこなより借り受け、波にさ踊る早手船、雨の鏡の船。
兄様
魔王の指に。
Alright, that got him good.
トラロック。エスコルピオン。トラロカン。反乱せよ我が名。
Alright.
トラロック。
よし、いい海風だね。
ドーナツ。
Let me see what you got. It doesn't really work for no way, overcharge. What does Nemo has? If that's what overcharge. I guess I'm gonna go straight up having, I hope, with this one, Atsumi Eris.
それ待ってた。オーケー。本当に？
Let's go, my girl.
これなるは少なびこなより借り受け、冥界を渡り来たるさや船、雨の鏡の船。
兄様。
Got him.
鐘の音が聞こえる。
Got him. Two turns clear. That's fair. Alright, next one. You see that on the spoiler walkthrough. Ooh. Grant self invincibility 3 attacks, 1 turns. That's not a good sign right there. Okay. We did it! Yes, Master. We avenged Nitocris. Nitocris? Oh, you mean that girl who thought far too much of herself? I think you might be mistaken. The river floods didn't faze her at all. I'm afraid there's another reason entirely for her loss. Not that I'm obliged to share anything with you. Huh? Her 7 class is changing? No, wait. It's not just her class. That's right. Tlaloc is taking a breather. You prefer Huitzilopochtli, the god of war, over Tlaloc, the blessing of rain, anyway, right? I'll be using the Spear Urchin now. Besides, it seems like you people can handle yourselves in a fight. Bullshit. Wait. Fuck, man, again? Can I actually... I don't think I could. Wait, let me try this one. I don't want to bring Mashu. She's so annoying every time. And all about like bringing Happy Cat or you Olga Marie, which is not necessary. It's like you can't clear it for like minimum 2 turns or so. I'm wondering what trait does she has? She's a lawful and good type. Oh, that's not good. I was expecting I could use Astrea for MP for piercing invincibility and that, but I guess it doesn't. Maybe I can give it a try? Alright, jeez. Oh, no, that's okay, because I need to pierce invincibility and stuff. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, alright.
裁縫道具を荒ごと部族の誇りを見せよ。しゃあないか。急な仕事任せて。飛び立つ前にここをもうちょっと念入りに。
Hey, back in line.
白兵戦行きます。戦いですか。やだな。そう？間違えたかな。星の輝きを宝石我が天秤に集いきらめきお返しをしなくてもね望まれることを望まれたように我が天秤に祈りなさい任せなさいあれはいつか見た終わりの星どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのですさあ幕を開けてアラウンドカリバーン裁定を下しますこれはあなたの善の軽さそしてあなたの罪の重さクストス
Okay. Okay, that actually works.
部族の誇りを見せよ
I don't know. What do you mean I don't have? I don't usually carry around Vigor or something. No way, man. Well, Astrea really does help for clearing out, well, piercing invincibility after the MP upgrade. That really works. Even though she's MP5, I was a free-to-play, or actually F2P in this account. Okay, here we go. The next one's gonna be worse. Mash! My, how the tables have turned. I feel a little better now that I've gotten you back. Symmetry is a beautiful thing in every age, don't you think? What the hell? How can she be that durable and quick? Are we sure she's not some kind of machine? Mash, Silkboss, get out of here. We can't take her in a straight fight and... Don't you talk about my sister behind her back. Oh, wait. I guess you were saying it right in front of her, huh? Does that make it slander then? Libel? An incident? An indictment? Either way, nobody insults my sister and gets away with it. Looks like this mage is the next in line after you're done with those two, Hummingbird. The sacrifices have already made themselves scarce. That priest is pretty quick on his feet. But luckily, we have 2 more hearts right here. Maybe not of the same quality, but they still belong to proper human history humans.
We'll have to make do with those today. Besides, Iskali would be sad if we didn't complete the ritual.
Yes, Iskali did a great job. I'm happy to cover for his failures. You arrogant little! You think you're hot stuff now? You arrogant little! You think you're hot stuff now just cause you got the upper hand? Damn it! What is that black smoke? Why can't our attacks hit her? Isn't there anything you can do, Soapfrost? The way things are going, everyone besides me is going to end up dead.
I know, but... Well, this just won't do. I've been trying to stay out of these battles between fellow visitors from proper...
Well, this just won't do. I've been trying to stay out of these battles between fellow visitors from proper human history. But since I've been keeping an eye on that boy there, I think I'll help him out a bit. What? You Pierce Brother Smoke? Who are you? Another proper human history servant? Oh, right. I never did introduce myself, did I? Hello, people of proper human history. I'm Kukulkan, god of wind, water, and the sun. I'm basically Mictlan's creator, or as you might put it, the king of the South American Lostbelt. Yes!
What? I knew it! She definitely reminds me of someone, yes! Quetzalcoatl, the Ultra version. Alright, let me see. Unable to continue. What? You mean like no command seal or syncoids, or actually not command seal, but ley line stones or syncoids in this thing? My starting position, maximum party size 5 servants. Battle ends after depleting all RTs for HP, and the whole party's wiped out. That one is gonna be a fucking huge problem right there. 1 million HP. Alright, here we go.
Kukulkan. As in the Mayan Kukulkan? There shouldn't be any Mayan divine spirits here in Mictlan. Then again, this warm breeze does remind me of Quetzalcoatl.
In front of you, hummingbird! Don't drop your guard!
Huh? Okay then, how about we let our bodies do the talking for a bit?
接触による情報伝達ですね。どこまで分かってもらおうかな。部族の誇りを見せよ。エスコルピオン。そこですね。左右執り行う。全力出してしまいますね。マヤパンサー。
What the fuck? That Falcon Punch.
Sorry. Not trying to break you. Just sleep for a little bit, okay? Thanks for the help you gave me back at the shop. No need to tell me who you are. I'll get right to the point. Can you Chody and still fight? If you can, get behind me. If not, please head down to the ground. You see, I need to give that bastard with the sunglasses the ass-kicking he so richly deserves. I will be holding back, so I can't really guarantee your safety if you stay up here.
By bastard in the sunglasses, do you mean Tezcatlipoca? If you're the king of this Lostbelt, why would you oppose him?
That's what you're surprised about? Quetzalcoatl and Tezcatlipoca are always rivals in proper human history, right? Who am I to break with tradition? I can't wait to smash his stupid face in for mythologically valid reasons, yes! Of course, the real reason is that this is what Malak wants. If I don't obliterate that human now, he'll end up destroying all of Mictlan.
Hang on. You mean he's not a servant?
Huh? Did I get that wrong? The structure of his body is the same as yours, so...
Well, yeah, of course. You can't summon Tezcatlipoca as is. I'm a pseudo-servant who created my own human vessel to possess. My soul is a divine spirit, but my body's all human, so I don't need a master's power to live as a human here and now. Summoning a divine spirit isn't easy, you know. So I used a few tricks to make sure David's summoning worked out. And of course, I designed this body to be ideal for a Tezcatlipoca suited to this day and age. My body may be human, but I'm very much the real Tezcatlipoca. You can trust me on that. So he's like the avatars the machine gods of Olympus used. But even so, if his body's only human, then there's no way he can fight against a servant. And who is the Achilles unconscious after being knocked all the way back to the temple? Now's our chance, Sopras. Let's get him. I don't know what this Tezcatlipoca's after, but I do know that he has his eye on the storm border. Either way, he's a divine spirit, and he's dangerous as hell. If we could defeat him now, we absolutely should.
Oh, did you guys want to handle this? I see. That's kind of a shame, but okay. I can let you guys take him if you want.
I swear. Is that all you've taken away from proper human history as a Lostbelt god? I thought you'd at least be better than the original Kukulkan, but I guess you winged gods are all the same. You never give things the proper weight.
Huh? I don't weigh enough. Actually, I weigh quite a bit, but that's sweet of you to say.
I was talking about that bird brain head of yours. Go ahead, David. Do it. By my command spell, human body or not, I order you to use your authority. Lock Tezcatlipoca. Of course I will. I don't mind giving up a couple of organs to summon a solar eclipse. A golden age where a single species flourishes forever. Talk about a nightmare. Life fades, worlds die, planets burn. I will show you what true extinction looks like. It's time to make way for a new guard. Magnificent warriors. Oh crap. Oh no, you don't. Huh? What? What's happening? Mictlan's falling apart. It's just an illusion. He couldn't possibly have caused this much destruction in just a few seconds. This is your doing, right, Tezcatlipoca? Stop wasting our time with these cheap tricks. Oh, boy. This is no illusion. I recognize the smell. It's the smell of all-out war. Isn't that what you were just thinking? What a shame, Nemo. You're the only 1% with any experience in modern war. You knew right away that this was no illusion, but you still insisted it was, just to help the uninitiated all around you. You really are a fine captain. Killing you will be a shame. Captain? This is no time to worry about anyone else. Look around. This is reality.
Everyone's dead? But how? They were so full of spirit just a few moments ago. This can't be happening. I don't care what kind of noble phantasm you have. You couldn't possibly cause so much destruction in an eye blink. It's not as much of a stretch as you think. I just swapped the present with the near future. Black Tezcatlipoca is an omnipotent god with control over all things. But that's not to say he has the authority to create anything and everything. It's the authority to freely pull in things that could potentially happen within a set of rules. If something can happen in the future, I can change the order of events so that it happens now. What you're seeing now is what Mictlan will look like in a few days. You're all from the 21st century, right? You must have played a video game or two. Consider this a free trial of extinction. You'll face it eventually, but you may as well enjoy it early. So this is the future? It's what Mictlan will look like in a few days? That's right. The Osalome will all die. The dinos will go extinct, and the world will keep on turning as though nothing happened. Nothing out of the ordinary about any of it. Isn't that right, Kukulkan? To gods like us, a reset like this is a piece of cake. That said, I'm getting sick and tired of the same damn thing. I feel like a hearty dinner for once. Luckily, I now have a chance to do that, and it would be a waste to enjoy it just for myself. So I'm giving it all of you to a taste as well. See, it turns out this cryptor, David, is an even better cook than their foreign god expected. First, all of you will die. Mictlan will, of course, disappear. Then this whole planet will come to an end. That thing you see over there is a monster which has yet to awaken proper human history. A world eater that's only been able to stay alive here in this perfected Lostbelt. It's going to devastate the subterranean world, crawl up to the surface, make its way to the Antarctic, and smash your hopes and dreams. There will not even be a trace of Chodale left. It will go on to consume the entire world. It will then expand its nest outward, dealing a death blow to this entire celestial body. No cycle of rebirth. Nothing. That is the future. And right now, it's guaranteed to happen. That's right. ORT is going to end this planet. David! I always thought you were little nuts, but I had no idea you were this far gone, David. So all three of you are still alive. What an odd quirk, a fate that we're all here together at the moment the world ends. Even if it's more of a preview. Is this really what you want, David? Kurstalia rebelled against the foreign gods' machinations. Kurstalia rebelled against the foreign gods' machinations. He tried to use his tree of emptiness to evolve all of humankind. But you're trying to eradicate us completely. That's no different from the foreign gods' efforts to erase human history. One thing. I never said I was here for the foreign god. This was my choice. You think I don't know that? Anyone who knows you could have figured that out. But so what? Are you saying you're not our enemy just because you're not the foreign god's side? No. I'm very much of an enemy of humanity, unlike the foreign god. Unlike? What do you mean? You think the foreign god isn't a threat to humanity? I'm going to see my cryptic duties through. I'm going to destroy this planet before everything goes hollow. Damn it! He's falling down below! What an infuriating way to get the last word in. Huh? Shiba's detecting a threat of the highest order. Enemy. No. A fatal force of destiny is headed this way. It's already so close. There's no way we can escape. It's here.
ORT is here. Alright. I hate this, man. I think alter ego? Yeah, okay, alter ego can do that. Amount of crit stars. This. And then that. Just gonna, be a backup. Change this one to that. There's Mashu's in front line. So stupid. Yeah, alright.
白兵戦まだね戦いですかおいで自分の身はよろしくね白兵戦行きますまだねよしよしシロは偉いねめちゃくちゃにしてあげるもちろん慌てない慌てない
お
シロお願いよいしょっと私の中の女神たち力を貸しておふたてしてお気分で
Yeah.
ここでまっすぐ
69. Nice.
よしよしシロは偉いね蹴散らしなさいシロ慌てない慌ていいよおてんばかなでも楽しいボストスダスおふたてしてお気分で
What the hell is going on? 10 million? What the hell? Did you just kidnap my servants? I can't do anything. Pretty much nothing you can do.
お返しをしなくてはね仕方ないな君たちは蹴散らしなさいシロやっちゃうね装填済みですおてんばかなでも楽しいボストスダスおふたてしてお気分で
Yeah, no way.
ブーストストライク申し訳ありません一旦後方に下がります
Smash is not. Oh, what are you doing? Get a hold of yourself. That's not really anything at all. Low damage.
Get a hold of yourself, Silkbrush. Where's that usual calm, cool judgment? We can't beat this thing in a fight. Test Poker's long gone, and David fell down below before the battle even began. Konya's guy and my butler helped the two captives escape, though there's no reason for us to still be here.
I'm sorry, it's just... I still can't believe what I'm seeing.
It's not just you, Silkbrush. This is too much for anyone. But you helped me snap out of it. Thanks, Okamuri. I guess you aren't just angry all the time. Huh? Why can't humans ever remember someone's name? Or is it just trendy to leave out initials right now?
ORT is leaving Mexico City, but that direction leads to...
the storm border? Oh crap, it's headed right for the border. I guess it thinks it looks appetizing. Mash, contact the border crew now. Even if they can't respond, they should still be able to receive transmissions. You've got to tell them to abandon the border and run for their lives.
I'm not getting through on the emergency line. There are gaps in the space-time continuum. They're interfering.
Must be because the future and present are swapped. We're in the future here, but the border's in the present. They won't be able to see what's going on until ORT is right on top of them.
This is bad.
So, is that thing you're talking about important?
It's not just important, it's our home.
I see. Then we'd better keep it safe, hadn't we? So, this is a flying boulder. Awesome. It looks like a fusion of foreign machine civilization, technology, and proper human history engineering. Oh, you there. Would you tell the crew to go inside and fasten their seatbelts?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but thanks to Konyan Sky's surprise reappearance, I think I'm actually getting used to a strange, beautiful woman showing up out of nowhere. So, with that out of the way, let me ask you, what the hell are you talking about?
Is that you, Lady Kukoken? Sup? Is something wrong? You look kind of panicked. Oh yeah, something's definitely wrong. I'm going to... So, could you help everyone get inside the border? Damn! Seriously? Okay, well, I wouldn't put that past you, Lady Kukoken. Right, I'm on it. I'm glad he was so quick to act. Yep, there's nothing better than a species you can count on. Okay, let's do this. Hang on tight, everyone.
Are you actually evacuating?
Like, yeet power?
Oh boy.
Agape. Senpai, the storm border is, hopping through the jungle like an enormous rabbit. Whoa, Kukoken's carrying the whole damn border by herself. Hey, I could do that too if I was at full strength. She's carrying the border toward the jungle southwest of Chichen Itza. Oh, she just put it down.
Everything's back to normal?
It seems so. The future and present are back in their original positions. I guess the ship doesn't last forever. The authority must have an inbuilt time limit. Ah, thank goodness you're okay, Nemo. Is it because we're back in the present now? Does that mean you'll disappear again if that future we just saw comes true? No, that phenomenon was just a preview of a future where a giant unidentified being, ORT, shows up. That's the only part that's certain. Even if that future arrived here in 10 days' time, I would still be unaffected on that 10th day. Gotcha. I figured as much, but just wanted to be sure. By the way, do you know how I figured that out, Silkfrost?
Because the city's back to normal?
Oh gosh, you're right. All the Osalome gathered on the street are pointing at us and arming themselves. They're definitely about to AK on us. From their perspective, we just picked a fight with these Kali and Tezcatlipoca. This temple might be holy ground for them, but they look angry enough to ignore that and come after us. And the Osalome don't take prisoners. If they catch us, they'll tear us limb from limb and gouge out our hearts. Let's get out of here and fast. We're even farther from the storm border now.
It's okay. They're over by the Dino City.
Understood, Master. The rope ladder Koyanskaya left for us is right over there. Director, is something wrong? No, I was just saving our victory. You're heading back to the ship, right? I won't stop you. I had to put aside my reservations about her since it was an emergency, but she was nothing but helpful. It seems like she's trustworthy in a fight. Maybe even as an ally. No, it's too soon to say. Understood. Mash, you lead the way, followed by Master Soapfrost. Kadak will go next, and I'll bring up the rear. Madame President, since it looks like you don't need to use the ladder, would you give us some aerial cover? Of course! I was planning to do that anyway. Good decision, Captain. I like your style.
Oh man. Oh, it's just only like pre-warm-up fight. Everything is just like you're advancing to future before you jump back to the present day. Whew. Alright, let's finish this section 10, and then I'm gonna call off. Let's see what's happening.
The city is back to normal. Not one of its citizens was lost. But that's only for the present. In the future, Tezcatlipoca showed us everything was...
Ah, that was fun! Sure, the ritual is ruined, but hey, sometimes your customers just make off with the goods. Maybe a bit of a loss for us, but I feel better than ever. I love the twists and turns this kind of stuff takes.
Rather...
What is it? Is that... Are you trying to look sad? I can never read your expressions. If you have something to say, speak up. We're siblings.
How are you feeling? I know that swapping for Nanama takes a lot out of you. If you're in any pain, I can command a crypto to heal you.
Don't bother. No more penalties for him. I want him to undergo his underworld pilgrimage in the best possible condition. What about you? You okay after Kukulkan hit you so hard the entire temple shattered?
I'll handle her next time. No. Next time, I'll get rid of her for good. I hate Quetzalcoatl, and the way that woman reminds me of her just infuriates me.
I see. Then you better work on repairing your temple. It's one of Mexico City's most famous landmarks, after all. Sure, it'll all be gone soon, but leaving it broken will be bad for the Osalome's morale.
About that... Brother, is that future we just saw true? Is there no way to change it? Is their city doomed to be destroyed again?
Yeah, it is. What about it? That's the whole point of this city. The Aztecs were all about destruction. When a warrior dies, they're gone for good. No need to try changing fate. Of course, that's more casualties than I counted on. I didn't expect all hundreds thousand Osalome to die meaningless deaths. Even Iskali can't get it through his head that you don't square up against an enemy you can't beat. For that, you should retreat somewhere you can at least keep an eye on them if you can't win. Guns make people reckless. Ugh, I swear. I thought I taught them not to be mindless berserkers, but they're still no more than dumb apes.
That, may be true, brother. But your goal is purely to wage war. To declare the Osalome's war on proper human history and win. So, do we really need to turn the city into a battlefield? Or, even use that monster at all?
Talalok.
No, I'm not telling you what you should do. Everything is as you command, Tezcatlipoca.
Good. I'm not on anyone's side. My focus is on war. Period. David's objective. Chaldea's objective. The Osalome's wish. The Dino's wish. I support them all. I won't interfere with any of them. Kukulkan's an exception, but she essentially holds the same position I do. It doesn't matter to either of us who dies or who lost here in Mictlan. Still, I am betting big on David right now. If he succeeds in his objective, it's going to be huge, bigger than anything. Are you backing East Kali? He's got potential. Either way, just enjoy yourself, Talalok. You're no match for Quetzalcoatl because you're not free-spirited enough to enjoy entertainment for what it is.
Free-spirited enough to accept entertainment. The hot winds of Central America. Interest in new cultures. That's exactly what led us to ruin before. But not this time. This time, I won't fail. Protecting the city and its people is my cause. It's why I exist. It's what makes me happy. It's my penance for the warriors who loved this city and long consider it their pride and joy. But it won't last. Rather, it means to destroy it. And Iskali. He has been Tezcatlipoca. And Iskali. He has been Tezcatlipoca for a year now. Nobody can change what's going to happen. At least if things continue as they have been.
What are you Osalome What are you Osalome so worked up about? Never mind, I get the idea. You're upset at me for letting the ritual fail. I've lost the conquerors from proper human history twice now. I'm a pathetic excuse for a king. Get out of here. Out. Leave Mexico City. We have no need for an incompetent king. Fine. Once I become Tezcatlipoca, I'll gladly leave the city. Damn inept warriors. Who want to live in a city that just copies proper human history civilization anyway? I'm going to make an entirely new kind of city. A city where humans, gods, and the sun all support one another. I'm going to make an underworld that doesn't need sacrifices, that doesn't produce weaklings or wealthy men, where meaningless wars are never fought. The kind of underworld paradise where Tezcatlipoca himself lives. My wound is aching. It has been ever since Chaldea showed up. Conquerors from proper human history. Those humans who came to Mictlan to excise it. They may be our enemies, but they can also be useful. A third party will make it easier to eradicate the dinos. There's no big problem here. No, not at all. I may not have the hearts from the sacrifices, but what does that matter? They still can't compare to a single dino's heart. It was all just a show to raise morale among the Osalome anyway. They'll forget all about their disappointment once we give them new guns. Damn it! Why do you care about a bunch of trigger-happy idiots, Iskali? A king has no need for worthless emotions. He need only act in service of his god. And yet... Damn it! Why am I letting that sight get to me? I'm the Ozelotto Tezcatlipoca himself chose. I will destroy everything to create a new world. As a king, I could ask for no greater glory. So he's planning to use ORT to eradicate everything. Now I get it. Now it makes sense. I see what you're doing, Tezcatlipoca. You're absolutely merciless. True, a blank slate doesn't go far enough. Neither does bleaching. You can't call it real extinction as long as there's so much as a foundation left to build on.
So you're going to shred the very scroll on which proper human history is written, even if you must destroy all Mictlan to do it. That's hilarious! Truly hilarious! I take this as your confession that you don't have what it takes to save the world, even if you care to. Well, not me. I want to protect your proper human history. A scroll's still a scroll, even if it's completely blank. Even if no one's there to read it, or even if nothing's been recorded on it. I like that it's still there. That's right. It doesn't matter what the scroll says. I'm not so foolish as to read it or think about it. There's Katulapoka, fool of a god, only concerned with the now. Kukulkan, so very cold, only looking to the future. Neither could ever be Mictlan's king. Neither is suited to tell the tale of proper human history. But I coexist with humans, since I use them for sustenance. That makes me the best choice to be king of the Mictlan underworld. Still, with ORT on the table, even the mighty Kamasots can't help but shrink back in fear. Are they really going to repeat the mistakes of 6 million years ago? Ignorance only excuses so much. Maybe it's that neither the Cryptor nor Tezcatlipoca have ever experienced how truly bizarre that creature is. So, what are you going to do, Kamasots? Should you help Chaldea, or let them fight it out and take the spoils for yourself? I know. Why don't I start by saying hello? Yes, that's the ticket! In fact, now that I think of it, I still haven't gotten his name! I've already tasted Chaldea's heroic spirit summoning. To thank them, I'll show them my dead spirit summoning in return. Time to put away my Scythe and break out my staff. That'll still be plenty scary. Just you wait, Chaldean priest. Once I kill you, I'll be the last master of humanity. Oh, really? Alright, this one here. Unlock when part 2 is released, so to be continued. That will be expecting releasing in mid-January, based on confirmation from FGO Diary, whatever that thing, broadcasting, for confirmation from Tucson. Yeah, so around in mid-January, which is on 2nd or 3rd week of that. Anyway, this will be to be continued or postponed at that moment. So thanks for coming by. I'll post up this video. Well, actually, I will do live stream. I will do like more live stream for this when that part 2 comes out for that. So thanks for coming by. And I'll see you guys in the next part of live stream for this Lostbelt 7 Nahui Mictlan. So peace out and have a good night.